I found out that my girlfriend had a second life that I knew nothing about. Hi, welcome to my channel. Today, we've got a story from r/relationships where Up finds out that his girlfriend had a second life that he knew absolutely nothing about. Before we start, if you have any personal stories of relationship issues and problems that you and your significant other faced, that you want to share, feel free to email them to me. Let's get started. Original story. I have been dating the most amazing woman for the past year and a half. I have been in puppy love before, the kind where they're all you can think about and you smile when you think of them, and we have that too, but she has also brought to me the joy of being together but not together, that magnificent way you can just be and be alone in the same room, her reading a book, me doing a project, and knowing someone, knowing how her mouth crinkles when she thinks, the way the rain makes her feel, all the stories of her childhood, all the little stuff that makes her a person. At least I thought I did. I was shopping for a ring and had been dropping hints that made her smile, and we would plan this little suburban life, a deck with a grill, a goofy puppy, a piano. We talked about baby names and vetoed ones. We have the joke names, Trevor and Trevenna. We'd pick out paint colors and flooring at Lowe's and giggle like idiots. I was 100% confident, I just hadn't chosen a ring. She didn't want a diamond but didn't know what she does want. Then I got a FB message today from some guy. He said that he was her brother-in-law and that she had blocked him on FB, but could I please pass along a wedding invite, and it would mean a lot if she was there. I pressed for more details and it all came out. She was married before to a guy named Brendan and they had a little boy, Sam. She told me before she didn't like that name. The son died in a car accident and afterward. They had an ugly divorce and she cut ties. 5 years of her life, I never knew about, and I don't know if I ever would've. I think she was never going to tell me. I've felt sick about this all day. Made up an imaginary sickness to sit and think by myself, and I feel paralyzed by it. This morning I knew her and now I don't. I don't even know how to bring this up or what. I definitely can't go buy the ring and pretend. At the same time, I want to be with you. I am hurt but know that was horrible, that she went through something unimaginable, but I don't know what that means for us. Am I just a distraction? Is this something she does? I just don't know. Help? Update. I spoke to her the day after. She told me she had wanted to tell me for a while, but didn't know where to start, that she thought about Sam every day but at the same time didn't know how to begin. She pulled out a shoebox from her closet and she showed me the pictures. Pictures of her wedding, this propped up little thing at the courthouse, her in a short white dress with a slight stomach. Her husband, this cocky smiled kid with his shaggy blonde hair. Then the baby, Sam. Pictures from a red-faced baby to this little 4-year-old person. Birthdays, and Christmases, and pictures of the three of them, a family. She talked about Brendan. How they came from these radically different backgrounds and she barely knew him as a person before he was a father and husband. They'd only been dating 3 months when she got pregnant. They were 20. Then she talked about Sam, her baby. She kept saying he was the best thing that ever happened to me. Hearing that broke my heart. She talked about how his hair Cal licked in 3 different spots and how he was always singing or humming, that he loved to climb. She told me his favorite movie and book. She made him a person to me. Then she told me how they lost him. Some kid ran a red light and then he was gone. She barely remembers the funeral because she was so heavily medicated. But the worst part was after, going home and him not being there, how she'd walk past his room and expect to hear him playing, waking up and forgetting for a minute he was gone. Their marriage had never been good and they turned on each other. He blamed her because she had fastened the booster seat on that side of the car. She blamed him because he had been driving. They were divorced within a year after the accident. Brendan had a new child within 2. She had spent the time doing overload on classes and working, keeping busy because it made things easier. She didn't see her old friends because they drifted away, they never knew what to say. And they mostly had kids of their own. She was surviving. But seeing Sam's brother who looked so much like Sam hurt so much that she decided she had to get away and stop wallowing. She took the pictures down, donated clothes and toys, deleted her FB, and stopped seeing the old friends who weren't friends anymore. She said she chose to keep breathing because that was what it had come down to. Then she met me. And she said I made her want a fresh start, a better marriage, and more children because she loved me. We talked for hours, she cried and I cried for her. I still love her maybe more now because I feel like she opened up to me so much. It's hard to imagine her married, with a son, toys on the floor, and pictures on the fridge. It's hard because in a lot of ways it's the life I've been imagining with her. I still plan on marrying this woman. She's the love of my life. Before we take a look at some replies by other Redditors, Take a moment to like the video to show your support to the channel. Don't forget to leave your own opinion on the story in the comments down below. Now let's look at some comments. Derek wrote, "Dude, you are the reason that she decided to make another go at life. You should feel good about that. Beautiful story, a tragic past with a potentially happier future. Best to both of you." McFarring wrote, "As someone who has lost a child in an accident, my heart was broken for her. You listened and now understand slightly the pain that it causes. Never goes away, you just learn to get through the day. You are a good man. I actually choked up reading your update. I wish nothing but the absolute best for both of you and your future family." AQJack wrote, "Important note, you said, and I quote, 'It's hard to imagine her married, with a son, toys on the floor, and pictures on the fridge.' It's hard because in a lot of ways it's the life I've been imagining with her. If part of the reason it's hard to think about this is because you wanted to go through it with her for the first time, and now it seems like it will be less special. Or, that part of your dream is now gone because she's already done it, you're looking at things the wrong way. If she chooses to go through life with you, that choice means more than any arbitrary first time can mean. She's a wiser, stronger, and more knowledgeable person now, and she's choosing to work through all the pain from her past in order to move forward. Her having a shotgun wedding at the young age of 20 to a guy she didn't really love is nothing compared to her adult choice to make a life with you. So work to put aside your reservations. Everyone has secrets and regrets from the past, it's just that for most of us they're, fortunately, banal and uninteresting. Learn to communicate with her, and let her know she can tell you anything without you blowing up at her or otherwise causing drama. That's more important than almost anything else in relationships. Be glad your soul will have the wisdom to appreciate a good marriage and, eventually, a family more than most people do." Hopewings wrote, "I can't imagine what she's gone through, because even though my husband and I lost our firstborn to stillbirth, and we got through it. We have 2 kids and losing them now, I just can't. I read your post, and I'm sitting here choking back tears. I'm glad you two will be able to move on from this. As a mother who once lost a child, having other children were very healing, but the other children are not replacements. She has been burying this so deep, and she probably still needs to process this grief. Maybe get a counselor for her individually, and also see if you can go to premarital counseling together to help your communication. Hoping for all the best for both of you." Perky Zebra wrote, "As one human to another, thank you so much for being there for this woman. She has endured literally the worst thing that could happen to a person, and being with you is giving her something that she needs so desperately, hope. I wish you both a long, healthy, wonderful life together full of children, laughter, and love. God bless you both." What do you think about all of this? Do you think this discovery will affect Op's relationship moving forwards? Let us know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss an upload.